later, that all disappeared, and now I'm 96% European,
It
Italian,
changes.
and some Arabian Peninsula. So I'm no longer of your clan.
Mine's like 10 days of inbreeding. Cousins, married cousins.
So you lost your. I had 1%.
That's totally it though. Like I was 13% Ashkenazi Jew, and now it's like we're
I was
9.
7% African and 1% Jewish. Then they took away.
It goes down.
But I got
like the more people that do it.
I got 41% Italian.
See?
Are you serious?
Yeah. I have it. Yeah.
I don't back that.
So that means that
are you doing a live stream?
Wait, really?
Oh, now, just do one on now.
It's gonna be like a red light though. I want to tell Matt.
You're right, yeah.
Say hi.
Why are we doing this?
Because
who could possibly be watching this?
No,
and why aren't they commenting?
Well, because actually, see, it's Saturday night and people have nothing else. No, I didn't mean that. People are delighted to be here.
Having a party in their house.
Why don't you sit here for a second?
They want to have company.
Here, you sit here. Sure. So yeah, we're here. Yes. Oh yeah, please. All right, the lighting, because we didn't have the lighting great, but so we're here, as you know, because you didn't here for me. We were having a party. Manuel, you are the mystery guest. They know us. They know who we are.
They know us from we use hot stuff.
We have a hot stuff. But you, that's right. But you are the
shows up in our DNA.
Manuel. And that's it. I'm very mysterious.
Okay. Anyway,
the mother of Matt's children.
That's right. The mother of Matt's children. Hi, party. See, hi, party girls. Yeah. So we're here with some common people. You know, we've all been. We've been in our houses all the time, and actually been in our house for a long time. But we have not. We are now taking off the mask. We figure it's time to have a party. We're inaugurating the studio, which is looking a lot better. We'll be back in the studio as soon as we can. And that's going to be, I'm leaving for a road trip. Anyway, just turn on the live stream for the heck of it. We're having some drinks, so.
They should ask us things in the comments, and then people, as they trickle in, can start some prompts.
Ask us anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
especially as the night goes on, people will just become more and more likely to respond.
Oh my God, and people have like 3,000 people watching. Should I?
Please don't ask baseball trivia though, because nobody gets to know that crowd.
Well, Matt is right here. We can ask us anything. Should I get the lighting a little better?
Yeah. I was a little bit better.
Super great. So it's interesting.
This is kind of an
I like the sort of deep, like the sort of shot like this.
Does that look better? Better?
It's much better. Yeah, this light is much better. It used to be, you remember, like
so bad.
everybody
So bad.
was green and sticky.
There was one episode that we did where I like obscenely walked down. I love it. It was like Casper the Ghost. It was terrible.
Yeah, no, this is good. Do you get it at B&H? You went to B&H to get it?
This is so, I'll drink some wine. I see what are you drinking? We're all drinking Palomas, and a whole bunch of people are drinking only wine.
Some wine.
Bubbles or normal wine?
All right, hold on. How's this? Look at yourselves. How does this look now?
It's a, you know.
Is that better?
Yeah, I guess. I guess there's more contrast. But yeah, I like how you see Alfred in the back.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
This is great. I feel like nobody's going to remember to turn it off. And
Okay, ask us anything. I see you. Yeah. What are you drinking? Oh, yeah. So Paloma, that's why Paloma's media is named Paloma for the drink. I know it could be for peace.
What are they doing? I want to know what they're doing and where they're from.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Sandy, what are you drinking? What are you drinking? So jealous.
Yeah, soon, there will be more parties all over the U.S., right? You're going to Paloma, it's going to be a traveling party. But
I'm about to hit the road,
Yeah.
What are you where are you going?
I am going.
Why are you thinking about you live in New York City?
I am going because I'm going to be writing a story about a TV series, an FX TV series called Reservation Dogs that's filming in Tulsa. My daughter is working on it. If you go to my Substack, Make More Pie, you can read a couple of newsletters ago about why I'm going. It's a Native American production, and it's no more like Native Americans getting slaughtered or slaughtering each other or like scalping people. It's like modern people, but also kids. Like it's such a beautiful and funny. It's so funny, which it's really exciting. So I'm gonna write about it because I've been around Native people and the media and movie making for like 30 years, and to see the evolution of going from like having to be historic, having to be murdered, having to be murderers, to just being people.
I feel like that's an interesting and useful foil because so often in so much of your other reporting, by nature of what you're covering, specifically Antifa and Portland, it appears almost as if you're just railing against the sort of social justice or slightly more left people for very good reason in these situations, by nature of the beats that you're covering. But this is interesting because I think it's an area that you're exploring where this is a sort of marginalized group that you have had very unique knowledge of and
For
close
three decades.
ties with for 3 decades. And so it's sort of you looking at how art has evolved in its representation. Which I just think, I mean, not you could never be sort of pigeonholed because that's not what your work has been. If people actually pay attention to your body of
This
work.
is just my life. I mean, my daughters,
But I think this is so like
so
interesting.
nickel knowledge for people here. My daughter's grandfather was the big chief in one political business, right? So I knew him before he died. And I remember
Interesting combination.
him, he was a pretty big Native activist, pretty big, and he was constantly trying to have Natives not just be represented as these like cardboard characters. And it was an uphill battle. He died in 1987, not really seeing it change. And then my ex doing the same thing, constantly like trying to like say, do you know that we're alive? Do you know that Native Americans are like, dentists and students? And also like, why does everything always have to be like serious and tragic? This is like some like we're like the Supremes here. We've got like our boy band behind us. Anyway, this story, Reservation Dogs, someone is Sandy Balzer. Yes, it's called Reservation Dogs. It's directed and written by Sterling Harjo. And another, I can't remember the guy's name. The guy.
Sterling Harjo is very like renowned.
He's a full blood. He seems tribe as my daughter. As it turns out, this is what's so crazy. As it turns out, my daughter's working on the production. His mom and my daughter's dad were prom king and queen back in the late 70s at their Native American boarding school.
Hold on, this makes me wonder. Do they have prom king and queen in France or an equivalent?
Like what?
A prom king?
No, we don't have proms in French schools.
But is there? But well, yeah, because it's an utterly like ghost, like pathetic, weird trend. But is it?
We just school is about learning and there's no social activities. Really.
Okay, so are there any sort of like cultural parallels or?
No, we have parties like some
Thanks,
bourgeois.
David Carpenter. That's my favorite drink.
Yeah, no, there are some parties here that are local that maybe, but you don't have a queen or a prince or of the party, and we don't have jocks and the beauty queen and we don't have
Do you
cheerleaders.
informally have people who effectively fill the role of jock or basic?
That's the thing. There's no, you don't have this very distinct thing between the winners of life, like the jocks and the cheerleaders and the losers.
Do you have the philosophers?
Philosophers, but they're winners.
Do you have
douchebags?
douchebags?
The nerds are winners.
How do you say douchebag in French?
The douche.
Le douche.
Where's his
Is that shower? Is that shower?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
douchebag is so funny. It took me years to understand. What does that mean?
No,
Do you
it's so
feel like you
disgusting.
understand it fully now?
No, it's still a concept that needs revisiting.
And it's also something like this is so disgusting. Like who in the world has ever actually seen a douchebag? Well, I
actual.
have because my friend's mother has like hanging in the bathroom. I was like, what is that thing? Well, it's like it looks like a. Oh my God! My eyes. It's like a hot water bag with like a hose.
No, basically the idea was that you need to wash.
We need to wash the
and
inside
that's
here,
finished. Like,
which is
everybody knows you don't need to wash.
absolutely not true. I mean,
Yeah.
like in the 70s and 80s, they had all the like sprays, like it was like a big like ear spray. I mean, I never used it, but like the advertisements were like, what?
You see, on so many levels, I feel so upset. I was born in the 90s, unlike you two. And on so many levels, I feel like I was born in the wrong time, and I feel frustrated by so many of those cultural and
Oh, you
political
missed
trends.
the douchebag.
But then there's that flip side where it's like, okay, I can be frustrated by all the political trends that I'm dealing with right now. But at least, like, I know I don't need to spray stuff out there. That's a good thing. Like, science, man, really useful. Right? Even just things like putting yourself in oil to tan, and then understanding that leads to,
Okay, so we're not going to get political here because we're having a party, but it's like when people are constantly saying like, you know, no one's made any strides in the past 40 years. No women, no minorities, whatever. It's like, guess what? We don't have to. We don't have to douche ourselves. We don't have to douche anymore. Okay.
No, even the
That's
towels,
right.
You know that a lot of Nigerian women wear unconscious powder. They thought that they needed to use that powder, and then you have all these losses because of all these cancers. And like this is tragic. It's the same thing. Like they thought that women thought that they had to put something to fashion.
You do not. It's all good.
So yeah, we made a lot of progress.
It's all right. That's right.
We should do like an unconventional like feminine science hour where it's just
Personal
like
hygiene.
yeah, right.
Feminine hygiene progress. That's right. Water, baby, soap and water. It's apparently not even soap, but okay. Yeah.
I'm curious. Do you ever think like a lot of the times I smoke a shit ton of weed and I lay in my backyard and I just trip out and think about okay, what are the things that are currently accepted as proper ways of doing things where within my lifetime they'll be disproven or the constantly complicated and 40 years from now I'll be sitting there feeling dumb for having ever done that.
I will tell you one thing, maybe. I know that my daughter, who's about your age,
Yeah.
has a lot of like little potions, like
Serums.
Serum. I like the serum on my skin, but like potions in the morning, like you will drink this kind of fake coffee with this thing and this powder and
Like
this
mushroom
potion
coffee.
and this and that. And like she puts like 47 different things to make a cup of coffee or some fake coffee, and I'm like, I don't know, like and it's always like or you guys. Sorry, we're gonna get back to feminine hygiene. I'm
I've
like,
been keeping my lotion collection in my
do you have a tampon? And she's like, yeah,
Oh,
I
the
got some
natural.
tampon.
You hate the natural.
Every fucking tampon she has is like some like natural tampon. I'm like, okay, guys, like it doesn't come out of the applicator. It doesn't work. It falls out. I'm like, just give me a fucking tampon.
I know you're
okay?
doing so well.
Like those you actually use cups, right?
Some do now, but I feel like the cup cards are still a good gap in terms of how intrepid of a woman are you? Have you cupped or have you not? I like that I know your takes so well at this point that I already know your stance on natural tampons. I've heard this read at least
Natural
twice.
tampons suck. They just do not, and mostly it's because they don't come out of the applicator. So you like sit it on the toilet, really the applicator. It's like, how much time do I have here? So
It's interesting. Do you know? So sometimes I read about like the history of various products. One of the things that I'm fascinated by this are technological advancements are like condoms. Condoms have existed for a surprisingly long period of time, and they've been just like absolutely crazy. Like they were used lamb skin, just all kinds of animal skins and hides, which you would think would be fully protective, especially if it's like a sewed up hide.
why did you redact that message? That was the best message. It said, okay, ladies, next up, Diva Cups. The winner horrifying any man. Oh, there, I replaced it. It's okay.
Oh, it's a lady. I think.
Okay, I have to say, I've never used one of those, but now I'm gonna. Okay,
We'll do it on the air. We'll do it all the time. We'll go to the movie.
I will tell a story that I will now never live down. It will follow me for the rest of my life. I was like late with my period. It's like about
How long ago?
well, a long time ago, before I had my daughter.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
How old were you?
26. Period was late. And I was like, God, what happened? Well, I left my diaphragm inside. You know what a diaphragm is?
Yeah, so it was stopping it. It was a
Yes. So when I finally figured it out, I'm just like
like the very old-fashioned heart
yeah,
control.
which is that was the old
I love it. I never had to deal with diaphragms. That's another area.
That
of
was
technical
what
I don't even know.
progress.
Yeah.
Like
that
these,
was
like,
what they gave
disgusting
us.
little like caps that
It was
you
a little
shove.
you take it, you
Wow. I
hi
watched.
everyone.
Yeah.
You bent it, you stuck it up, and it like I guess it
What
acted.
about the
It's like a-
spermicidal cervical foam? There's the sponge, there's the foam, and then there's the little
The
thin.
sponge was disgusting.
The thing what?
Oh, disgusting.
Spray? Another spray?
There's
No,
the
the
spray, but then there's the
sponge.
little thin film that you stick up there.
Oh really? I didn't know that one.
Thin film?
Yeah,
The sponge was
a spermicidal film.
So
I was a paranoid teenager.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't know the film.
There's
We missed
film,
the film.
there's foam, and there's sponge.
Foam. The sponge was
Depending on your
gross.
personality, like tag yourself. Which one?
I only used the sponge once, and I would never. It was disgusting. It was
Because then you have to pull it out.
It was disgusting. It was.
I like that we.
Wow.
we-
Wow.
There's an
Do you
exit.
notice that all the men behind
But our
This is-
viewers have remained stagnant.
Hi. Okay, next up, do you explain it to the guys in the background there?
They
Oh,
ran
they're
away.
gone. I'm like, oh,
Get
next
out of here.
sponge. What is this? Okay, they all
They
ran
ran
away. We love them
That's
anyway.
how comfortable they are.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, well, this was an interesting
Yeah, this
conversation.
is more to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's just
So-
another episode of Hot Stuff.
Yeah, it's another episode of Hot Stuff.
Yeah,
Hot Stuff
I
with a
love.
special guest and
Special
the hottest of stuff.
So this
Yeah.
is Matt Welch's wife. You usually see me here with Matt because we record.
You're like the party wife.
I'm the party wife. Woohoo! We record like sometimes before, after fifth, but usually like sometimes our Tuesday lunches. So anyway, the real wife. Indeed. So.
All right. And
Okay.
if,
That's it, guys. We may be back later. Who knows? Thanks for joining us. Happy Saturday night. Bye. Oh my God.